Good morning, Miss Natalia. I hope that you're doing great today. I am Angelo, and I am going to present about my book club assignment and the book that I chose, which is ZOM 100 Bucket List of the Dead. This is a science fiction dystopian comedy Japanese manga series written originally by Haruaso and illustrated by Kodaro Takada in 2018, which then got an anime adaptation which premiered in July 9th, 2023. As for the main plot of the story, we have our main character, which is Akira Tendo. He's a 20 something year old worker in a black company in Tokyo, Japan, which is tired of his job. He doesn't want to do his job anymore. He feels hopeless, he feels done, he feels lonely, sad, depressed, uh, and he has lost his reason to live. But suddenly, uh, something for his blessing comes to the city, which is a zombie outbreak. It goes wild inside Tokyo, and rather than seeing this as a catastrophe or as an apocalyptic event, Akira sees this as a blessing because he doesn't have to work anymore. He feels free, and here's where the main plot of the story takes place. Because he then starts to create his bucket list with 100 things that he would like to do before becoming a zombie. Um, the setting of the story, as I already said, is in Tokyo, Japan, mostly downtown Tokyo. Um, and then on the second part of the story, he goes to his hometown, which is in the Gunma prefecture. It is a rural place where his parents lived as farmers. As for the characters, we have Akira Tendo, our main character. We have Kenichiro Ryusaki, Akira's best friend. We have Shizuka, which is another friends with Tendo and another survivor that he finds along the way, which later becomes Akira's love interest. And last but not least, we have Beatrix, which is an exchange student that loves Japanese culture. She is from Germany. Uh, The reason for me to choose this book, this manga, was because I've been a huge fan of the zombie culture since I was a child. And it always brings me joy and happiness to just read new stories and to find out new series, movies, or mangas that are related to the topics that I like. And in this case, zombies. And why would I say this book is significant to humanity? Because of the way it mirrors the Asian society, almost portraying it as if Akira was actually a slave of his own life. He couldn't do anything but work. He was forced to do uh, whatever he had to do and whatever his bosses were telling him, and he had no life, nothing at all. That's what I would say this book is significant to society. And lastly, I would like to highlight three vocabulary expressions that are portrayed in this book, which are first, a bucket list. A bucket list is a list of things that we want to do in the future. For example, short term or long term goals. Then, live life to the fullest, or rather, getting the most out of life, which is exactly that, getting the most out of life. taking every second, every moment into account to live your life to the fullest. And lastly, I would like to highlight an expression for the book, which is toxic work environment. And as its name portrays, toxic work environment is where uh, people or um, work colleagues are not able to fulfill a bond with each other in a trustful relationship, or basically not having a friendly environment around them, which at the same time does not let them work properly or as they should. And lastly, for the rating I would give this book, I would say a five stars out of five. I loved this book.